Need to extend your Wi-Fi outside, cover the property, the pool, other buildings? I just installed one, and I'll show you what happened.
So I'm going to see if I can extend my Wi-Fi outdoors with this Wi-Fi router as a repeater. I'm going to hook it up outdoor, and it's got huge antenna. You'll see I'm going to put it together here. I'm going to unbox it for you. But mainly it's going to show how it installs and then what kind of results I get in this video. So here's a picture of what it's going to look like, and we put it together. This was sent to me, so I am going to take a look at it and let you know how it works for me. If all goes well, you'll be seeing the video. If it doesn't go well, you're seeing the video, so I guess it went okay.
So let's quickly look at what's in the box. This is a good size box, so it's a good size router, and it's made to be mounted outdoors. You can install it indoors. It's going to work, but its design is to be weatherproof, and with its antennae, 4 of them, it's going to extend your Wi-Fi outdoors, and so that's what you're getting in the box. It comes with all of its power cables. It comes with one Ethernet cable, which is probably not long enough for most installations, but you can figure that part out. So the back of it has a plate for installation. It comes with its cables here, a power adapter. Now it's going to have power over Ethernet, so what's going to happen is this little plug, you will run the power into it, and you can run Ethernet into it, and then run Ethernet only out of it, and that will be your power source and your internet supply to the router. It comes with 4 really nice weatherproof antenna. These are they are glass coated so that they will not have any rust problems or issues, and as with everything, they have weatherproofing in their washers where they connect so that moisture is not going to get inside and cause any problems. So very solid and well built are all the parts that come with this. The router itself is not too heavy, and since you're going to be mounting it, you don't want it to be super heavy, but it is a nice good size and weighty, well built, but not heavy.
In terms of initially putting it together, there aren't too many things to do while I'm inside, but you will see it comes with a connector here. It does come with one power cord and one Ethernet cable. It comes with a couple of 3M pads. You can install this on a pole if you want to. It has adapters for that. I don't have a tall pole, so I think I will just be installing it with screws against a wooden fence. I would like to get it as high as I can get it, but I don't have a lot of opportunities for that. So I'm installing it in a city, so this is really ideal if you have property and you are trying to extend your Wi-Fi over a range of your area that you need to reach the far reaches of your property. For me, I'm trying to provide Wi-Fi while my kids are in class and my wife is at work. So maybe it won't work that well, but we'll see. We'll test it out and see where it runs. We'll go around the block. We'll go to the park at the end of the street and see if we get a Wi-Fi signal there. These are for attaching it to a pole. You can run these to the back and tighten them down, kind of like zip ties, but metal. And then these massive antennae. Now each one is labeled. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Are we focused? There we are. So you can read the 2.4. So there's a place for this in the back. So 2 antenna are for 2.4, and then 2 are for the 5. So in the back then, there are labels. They actually alternate. So one of the 2.4s is going to go right here. And this is just screwing in by hand. So since you're installing these outdoor, everything has a little extra. So this has a fitting washer on it to keep moisture out. So when you screw these down, just make sure that you have a washer there. If for some reason you lose that, you go to the hardware store and get a replacement. But that is going to be necessary to keep the system from getting moisture inside and shorting out. All right, there you have it. That's what it's going to look like.
So my indoor setup started with finding just an old piece of wood. I cut a 2x6 to fit the router onto because I wanted it to be mobile. I didn't want to attach it permanently to anything. And this way I can just move the 2x6 if needed to a different location and try out a couple different options with the router outside. So now I was just going to run an Ethernet cable to the power device. And so in the power device, you're going to receive a small electric current that you'll have to plug in, and then an Ethernet cable that comes in with the internet. And then from that device will go the Ethernet cable to the router. And this will create the all that the router will need. So it will get both its electric power and its internet connectivity through this one cable. That's the PoE, Power over Ethernet. And so you're just going to want to make sure you locate this in a good dry location. This part needs to be either inside or in a well-protected area before it runs outside via the Ethernet cable. Your Ethernet cable should be able to hold up outdoors, and then where it connects to the actual router is a very weatherproof connection, and you're not going to have to worry about that.
The first thing I'm going to do out here is connect the Cat 6 cable, Cat 5, Cat 6, to the device. So this is what will keep it weatherproof, and even comes with a little wrench to tighten it down. I'm going to be installing it here on this little fence. So we're outside. We're not too far away from my main router here. Washer, almost had it on the top. That wouldn't have done any good. So washer opens up and fits around your cable. And then the top pops back on. I really need a little lever or something to press this down at this point to get it through here. Didn't bring my tools outside really, so let's see if I can get this done. Little MacGyvering it. Maybe not so much. Certainly don't want to damage your cable in the process. That would really defeat the point. All right, I got it on. I did damage my housing just a bit on the cable, but I don't think it'll be anything that sets us back. So like I showed earlier, I'm mounting this on a little 2x6 so I can move it around some. We're going to experiment just a bit. Okay, so this has got to come up enough to plug in. So once you have your cable plugged in, then our weatherproof coupling here. We get a set. And then the holes on the back, just a little loose. I'm going to put them in just a little bit deeper. All right, it's pretty snug. So it's big, but it's in an area where I have all my connections coming in, so I don't think it looks too out of place. And we will go now see about setting it up in terms of its connection. So If I'm going to leave it here, I will secure the cable later, but not going to do that right now.
So here I'm going to use footage from Wavlink in terms of setting it up on a computer because my setup did not go smoothly and I wanted to see how they instruct you to do this. So what you need to know up front is that you are going to connect to a new Wi-Fi network that's put out by this router once you've connected it. And so that's going to show up. So whatever device you're using, you go to your Wi-Fi settings and choose this network that's going to be identified as the Wavlink. And then you're going to enter the admin as your password initially. Then you're going to be connecting it to your system. And so once you've entered the setup mode, you're going to then find your main Wi-Fi and enter it and your password for your Wi-Fi. This is how you're going to connect this to your system and make it work as part of your Wi-Fi. So this is a little bit tricky, I believe, and I would like for this to be an app or something that made it more smooth in terms of connecting to the system. But anyway, it is not that smooth, and it took me about 3 times to actually get it set up correctly to where it was working and I could use it as needed. You can do it on a laptop or on your phone if you'd rather do it on your phone. Either one will work the same, and if you're more familiar with those settings on your phone, how to go to a new Wi-Fi network and then open your browser, that would be like Safari or Chrome on your phone, and then you can set it up through that. But again, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to go to waplogin.link and then enter admin as the password initially because that is a default password. So we remounted this about 10 feet in the air now and retested my speeds outside. Got it away from the house so it's more in the open. And in the yard now I'm getting 311 or 320 something as a download speed and maybe 211 as an upload. So that's pretty good being removed from the original modem. So I'm pretty happy with that. I did run a cable out here. So again, you can move this pretty easily because it's PoE, power over Ethernet. So you don't have to find a power source other than your Ethernet cable. And so this one is stretched to its limit. But I'm going to test this out in a few spots to see what we get now. So I have a lot of video of me testing out the internet speeds, and I'm just going to go through the video here in high speed as I do my final test with the router mounted outdoors. And basically I'm going to summarize my findings. So I get about 1 gig internet from my main router coming into the house, and that is pretty consistent and reliable. So anywhere in the house then, depending on how close I am to my mesh system, I will get maybe 500 to 700 as a speed at any given time, depending on what's going on in the house. So I went out and walked around the neighborhood to see how far this outdoor Wi-Fi was would spread out through the neighborhood. And I found some interesting points where I was getting a really strong signal, even 100 to 200 yards away, especially where houses were not blocking my way. And so I think one thing you really find is if there's a clear path, if you're going to mount this somewhere outdoors and there's nothing going to block it, it's going to give you a very strong signal for a really good distance. So what I found was even on the back street behind my house, where I was a back street boy, I was able to get 300 as a download speed in some places, and I was pretty impressed with that. So in places where I could just barely even see the router mounted at my house, but I was getting a really, really strong signal. So interesting findings there, and just proving the distance that this Wavlink 1800 can broadcast and give you a very reliable, I think, internet strength signal if you need it for your backyard. It's probably not going to serve you if you can't get it up above your house. So in my case, it was being blocked. I didn't have a pole or something where I could mount it really high, but getting up about that 10 to 12 feet in the air certainly helped the signal to broadcast more, but it was still limited by the dwellings around it. So there's that. So I feel like we did a pretty good test here with the Wavlink in terms of what its capabilities are. And the way I set it up, two different places, one where it was lower and being blocked and one where it's higher. It's still being blocked because, like I said, I'm in a neighborhood surrounded by houses and there are a lot of things to block the Wi-Fi. But I think it really shows its capabilities, that where there's a clear path, this is going to broadcast a great Wi-Fi signal for 100, 200 yards at least. And so I think you're getting a really good product that if you're seeking to expand your outdoor Wi-Fi footprint, it's going to do exactly that. So I really hope today's video was helpful. My goal is to let you see a good product and decide if this is the right value that you're seeking. And so if you're looking for outdoor Wi-Fi, it's weatherproof, it's got a good range, and it's going to connect to what you already have in place, then this is a product I think you should look into and consider. I'm going to link to the price in the comment in the description below, so you can check that out. And just one more word about the setup. I am not the most tech savvy person, and I was able to get this up and working and see it broadcast Wi-Fi outdoors. And so I think if I can do it, then if you have any knowledge of how to connect your internet and Wi-Fi and set things up like that, I think you'll be able to do it too. Probably if you're watching this, you are advanced beyond where I am in terms of understanding those things. So appreciate you watching today. Hope this was helpful.